My literacy lesson today is about how to write an effective piece of narrative which involves action and dilemma, and I'll be showing the children different techniques to do that effectively. This lesson is part of our narrative revision unit, so we're sort of going over the basics again to help the children to recall different techniques they've learned through the year. They are a little bit nervous, so it's also a way of reassuring them at this stage. In the classroom today, I have a student teacher called Miss Balfe, and she will be helping the middle ability children. I also have a teaching assistant called Miss Shyster. She helps one of my children who has a profound hearing impairment, which is why I need the radio mic, so that she can hear me all around the room. I'll also have another teaching assistant called Miss Anila, and she will be helping children with special needs. I know that the children will be prepared for the lesson because we've covered a lot of the techniques and the genres that we're covering today before, and I'm hoping that they will produce some effective work which includes some ambitious vocabulary and good elements of VCOP. I feel fairly confident about the lesson. I feel like I've covered a different range of techniques. I feel like I've also made sure that all the children are involved. It's quite an interactive lesson. It's not so much sit down and write as it is join in and have a go at things. Children, what we're going to do today is a bit more revision for our SATs, okay, as you know, and we're going to do a bit of independent writing today. So, first thing I need to do is, if you could pass these out please, Aisha, really quickly. Rimsha can pass out the sponges and Alicia pass out the whiteboards. When you've got them, just put them on the carpet in front of you, okay? Just really nice. Excellent, well done. Just passing along, that's fine. Brilliant. Thank you. Really good. Just want to see arms folded and want to see you sat up straight when you've got all your things, okay? Thank you, Imran, that is brilliant. Things flying at you there, aren't they? Just pass them, Rimsha, okay. Brilliant. Thank you, Naina. Okay, everyone sorted? Put your hand up if you're missing something. Okay. Brilliant. Board. Really well organised, well done. That's fantastic. Are you okay there, Faiza? Yeah. Okay, sorted?
We need to watch this.
Okay. Really quickly. Okay, I think we're pretty much sorted. Brilliant. Right. Okay, Aisha. Just one more whiteboard, pass it back. That's it. Thank you. Some remnants of yesterday's work on that one. Right, facing the board then, we're just going to do a little bit of revision of the structure of stories, okay? So if we have a look here, this is our learning objective today, to build up action and a dilemma effectively in narrative writing, okay? So first of all, I want you to just tell me what structure is easiest to follow when you're writing a story. Can anyone tell me what you have to do first of all? Need some volunteers. What do you need to do when you first start off your story? What kind of section would you write? Alicia?
Beginning.
A beginning. What would we call that more? Okay. Come and see if you're right. Rub off the first one for us. While she's rubbing that one, I want you to think, what is the next part of our structure? Okay, we've got the opening. What do we normally have next in our story? Tia? Not setting the scene at that stage. See if you're right. Okay, what would be the next part? Imran, what do you think? Excellent, good girl. The events, not quite sure about that one. The dilemma, what does that mean? the problem of the story. Excellent. And what would we have after the dilemma? Hands up. Come on. Harris? Then? The events. Excellent. Come on. And the last one, how do we finish off a story? Right. Brilliant. Good boy. What's the last thing that we would do? Tariq? Not a conclusion. That's more, not a summary. That's more non-fiction, isn't it? The resolution. Good girl. I think you're right. Brilliant. Okay. Well done. That shows me that you really remembered that structure, okay? What I want you to tell me now is which description of each section would be appropriate. So, what is the purpose of the opening? Have a look through some of these to see which one you think it would match up with. I need some more volunteers. So the opening, what is the purpose of the opening of our story? We did one on Monday, didn't we? On Tuesday. Alicia, come and match it up. Ah, why did you say that one?
Because you're setting the scene and the setting as well.
Brilliant, good girl. You're setting the scene, the character and the atmosphere. Do you remember we talked about that on Tuesday? Yeah. Who can tell me then which one would match up with a build-up? Hermione, come and match it up if you think you can. Yeah, okay. Why did you pick that one?
Just because in the build-up, it builds up action and paces up the story.
Yeah, okay, good. It increases the pace of the story and we develop our character further. Well done. We did that a little bit yesterday, didn't we? Okay? We're going to be focusing a little bit on that today and a little bit on this part. So what is the function of the dilemma? What is the purpose of it? Bilal, come and match it up if you think you can. Really nice. Well done. Such good listening today. Why did you say that? Why did you match that?
Because it's told us that something goes wrong with the problem.
Brilliant, well done. The dilemma is whether something goes wrong for that character. Well done. And the events. JD? Okay. Why did you say that one?
Because they're trying to solve the problem and it goes wrong.
Excellent, yeah, they're trying to solve the problem, but that attempt to resolve it goes wrong. And obviously the last one, Aisha, is what? Just tell me.
The problem is solved and the character's right.
Good, the character reflects. They think back on what's happened, okay? Well done, that's really, really good. We've got a nice load of spaghetti on there, brilliant. What do you think a good build-up should include? I want you to write build-up in the middle of your whiteboard really quickly. And then I want you to try and think of three things that a build-up should include, okay? I have put one on there, which obviously you can't copy, which is effective, powerful verbs to describe movement. Our build-up is the movement part of our piece, isn't it? So just a really quick few ideas of what you think a build-up should contain, okay? And if you're writing things like going into more detail, think about what detail you go into, okay? What type of build-up are the easiest ones to write? Do you remember we talked about chases and people losing things and people moving places? Okay, some good ideas here. Right, Ishan. Try and think about VCOP while you're doing it. Try and think about what elements of VCOP would be important. Okay? Just one more minute. Some really good ideas. Excellent. There's a key word on tears. That's brilliant. Oh, fantastic. That's good, Naina. Well done. Okay, Rimsha. Oh, really nice, Essen. Well done. Some really good evidence of your revision here. This isn't new, is it? This is just us revising now, the things that we've done before, yeah? Okay. Right, pen lids on then. Finish your idea and then pen lids on and hold up those boards. Let me see what you've got. Come on, quick, quick. Good. Riaz, let me see yours, please. Sarah, Harris. Pen lids on so they're away. Very good. Wow, just bursting with ideas there, Harris. Excellent, right, and just hold your boards up, keep them up. So I want to take some things from them. Excellent. That's your key word there, Tia, the action. Good, put your board down, Tia, well done. The action is the key, isn't it, to this part of the story. They might face an obstacle. Well done, Aisha, that is brilliant. What did you mean by that?
Miss, like they try to solve the problem, but then like things get in the way, like they make the problem bigger.
Not quite, but it might be perhaps the chase, or somebody is lost. Do you remember we talked about that? Or it's a new place. So the obstacle, yeah, is sort of a problem, but not quite the dilemma yet. Rimsha, let's have a look. Excellent. We need to have great VCOP, and I've seen there Essen has got some ing openers. Yeah, fantastic. Come on, some boards I can't see. Yeah, fantastic. We need to continue the atmosphere, don't we, of the story. Yeah. Suspense, brilliant. How do we then, put your boards down, thank you. Don't rub them off yet. How do we build up and continue our atmosphere? How do we build up that suspense and tension? What do we do with our writing? Come on, it can't be just one person who knows that. Adela?
Descriptive language.
Descriptive language, yes. But I'm thinking something a bit shorter than that.
Increase the pace.
You increase the pace, that's really important, isn't it? I'm going to add that. But how? How do we increase the pace?
Show not tell.
Yes. Always show, not tell. Good.
Short and long sentence.
Short and long sentences. Yeah, short sentences make your reader read faster, don't they? It's as simple as that. So short sentences to increase the pace, okay? Who can tell me why I said effective, powerful verbs to describe movement? Why is that important? Raheem. Yeah, that's right. How did they move? And when we know about their movement, we know about the character's emotions, don't we? So it's really important at that stage. Yes, Alice?
One of the main parts of the story, so interacting with tense and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. It is the main part. It's the most exciting bit. It's actually one of the nicest bits to write, isn't it, Ishan? So it's really important, that part. Okay. What I want you to do is, I want you to rub off your whiteboards, okay? And I actually want you to very carefully, I'm going to send a table at a time, take your whiteboard with you, but you won't need it to start with, okay? Go to your tables and just get a highlighter pen out in front of you, okay? And then just wait for my instructions. So if I could send off red table first. Red table, thank you. Then I'd like to send off blue, green, and yellow. If there's something new on your table, please don't touch it, okay? Just touch the things that we've talked about. Orange, sorry. Brilliant. Well done, Essen. Fantastic listening. Right, in the middle of your table, well done, red table. In the middle of your table, you have a copy of the text which is on the board. And this is a Year 6 writer's piece of work. And it's a Level 5 piece of work, and I think you'll see why. What I want you to do, and this is on your own, okay, unless you're with a teacher, is to highlight the things that make it a really effective build-up. I'm only going to give you 3 minutes, okay? So you've got a highlighter pen, you've got a copy of the text, and I just want you now, I'm just going to walk around and see how you're getting on. I want you now just to highlight the things that make it an effective build-up. So find the part of the text that is the build-up and highlight good examples from it, okay? Off you go. Alicia's got an A3 one. Okay? Quickly as you can. All you need to do is just push your whiteboard to one side for now, okay? Ria, so don't... Why are you sat there? Put you sat here. Just stay there for now. Okay, so try and identify the build-up first. What is the build-up of this text? Where is the build-up? Where is the build-up on there? Yeah, that's right, excellent. This part here, I slowly trudged along the damp sand. As I got closer, the figure flinched. I quietened my steps. So it's sort of really a nice calm bit before the excitement, isn't it? Yeah? You've done it. Well done, JD. You found the right part of the text, yeah? How did you know that was the start of the build-up?
We were talking about like opening and was
Sorry.
of speech day and everything, and then when you got here, it started going faster.
Yeah, brilliant. The pace suddenly changes, doesn't it? Yeah, starts to change at that point. Brilliant. Okay. Well done. I can see some really good highlighting here. Really good thinking. Good. You found the right part, haven't you? Not all of this is the build-up, children. Some of it is the setting the scene, isn't it? So be careful what you're highlighting, okay? Good. Trudged. What is that? Slow or fast?
Fast.
Yeah, it's fast. It's slow, isn't it?
Just I step towards it as a short sentence to build pace.
Yeah, good. Yeah, they're all quite short sentences for pace, aren't they? One more minute.
Escaped my throat.
All right, Harris. All of it is the build-up, isn't it? Keep going, because they haven't resolved the problem, have they? So it must be the build-up and dilemma there, okay? You don't need to write anything. Just make sure you're just highlighting what you think is effective, okay? You'll know why you've highlighted
Do
it.
you highlight any part or you just go highlight it?
The build-up and the dilemma here, yeah? Another minute, 30 seconds. Excellent, good boy. Well done. How are you getting on, Sam? Which one? Why did you highlight screen escape my throat? Or throat, it says. We meant to say throat. It is, isn't it? I like that. Ah, scream escape from my throat. Excellent, well done. Okay, I'm going to stop you there then, children, because I can see you've got lots of ideas. Put your highlighter pens down. Arms folded and up this way, please. Thank you, Riaz. Thank you, Junaid. That is brilliant. If you can't quite see the board, you can turn your chair around a little bit, but you must be careful, okay? Do that really carefully. Brilliant. Well done. Thank you, Red Table. Make sure those lids are on, the pens are away now. I don't want anyone doing any more. Okay. Right, let's share back then the things that you thought made this a really good build-up and dilemma. So hands up, what did you highlight and why? Alicia.
Notice the figure by the rock out of the sea.
Okay, yep, so we've got gazing out at sea. So this is before the build-up really, isn't it? Why did you pick it?
Because it versus notice the figure, it builds up to you want to know what the figure is.
Brilliant, yeah, well done. You do want to know what the figure is, yeah. So notice the figure by the rocks. Excellent, well done. Sarah.
This is a scream escape.
Ah, yes, this part. Ah, a scream escaped from my throat. It's meant to say throat, it's a spelling mistake there. Why did you highlight that? Good VCOP, yeah, we've got a scream escaped from my throat. It's almost like they couldn't control it, they were so afraid. What do you know about the character now? What does this tell you about the character? Ah, scream escaped from my throat. Yeah, he's scared, isn't he? He's frightened. Well done, excellent. So it's a bit of show, not tell, isn't it? JD?
I slowly trudged along the damn sand.
Sorry, say that again.
I slowly trudged along the damn
Good. Is that the build-up?
Yeah.
Where would you put that in a story? That it's kind of slow, isn't it? Trudging. So it's kind of just before, isn't it? Do you remember we said keep it calm before and then really build up the excitement, okay? So excellent, yeah, and I like that trudge, don't you? It kind of makes them sound reluctant and maybe a bit hesitant, yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, can you give me an example? I think there's one here, isn't there, Adila? I stepped towards her. Yeah? Good, excellent. And what's the purpose of that? That short sentence there. It builds up tension and... Yeah, you want to find out more, and it builds up the pace, doesn't it? It really makes you start to read it faster. Good. Tariq.
The icy cold would hit me like a box of candy.
Yeah, why did you highlight that?
It's
The
like
icy cold.
simile or metaphor.
It is a nice simile, isn't it? Yeah, and what does that make you think about the character?
That he's like really scared.
Yes, yeah, he's scared, he's frightened, he's in a situation that he can't escape from, yeah? Brilliant, well done.
Deep, like it's trying to say that she's not going deep, she's going even deeper.
Yeah, brilliant. Deeper I went. Excellent, well done. So it's actually showing the movement, isn't it? Yeah, Alicia.
He rising to his feet, then he leapt into action, springing over the rock. It builds up action.
Yeah. Then he leapt into action, springing over the rocks. Good. What is leapt and springing an example of? We talked about what a build-up should contain. What are those words an example of? Aisha, come on. Junaid. Yeah, what kind of verb? Not boring, are they? They're powerful verbs, yeah? So we've got very powerful verbs. Leapt into action, springing over the rocks. We've got trudged, stepped, yeah? Escaped. Brilliant, yeah. Imran. Yeah, good. I took in a huge gulp of air. Nothing had ever felt so good in my life. So it's kind of, how's he feeling? Yeah, relieved really, isn't it? Relieved that that part is over, okay? We don't know, hands down then, thank you. We don't know, do we, what's happened with the rest of the problem. Is the story solved here? No. Why not? Yeah, that's right, excellent. The problem has been introduced. What is the problem? Sorry, I won't ask Tia again because I put her on the spot. What is the problem there? What's the problem for the character? What goes wrong for them? Naina? Well, not so much that he can't breathe. What happens when he's underwater? Think about the problem for the character. JD. Yeah, the mermaid drags him down to the sea, doesn't she? And what does she do when she's there? Not quite. Her mouth moved in a silent plea, but I didn't understand. So she can't speak, can she? Okay, so the problem is he sees a mermaid, she takes him down to sea, and he doesn't understand what she wants, yeah?
She didn't let him go.
Excellent, well done. Yeah, brilliant. And we've got here an item, yeah, that starts to build up the problem. Finally, pointing to the locket around my neck, she let go of my arm. So there's a clue, isn't there? An object, which is a clue, which might be referred back to towards the end of the text, yeah? Okay? Was there anything else you thought that made this a really good piece of writing? Can you see why it was a level 5?
We build up tension and that's what you meant to.
Yeah, excellent. Can you make sure your pens are down, please? They shouldn't be up anymore, so making really loud clicking sounds.
They've used a connective.
They've used connectives, yeah. I think a really good range of VCOP, yes? And we've also got an enjoyable piece of writing. Did you enjoy reading it? Yeah, it was exciting, it was interesting, wasn't it? And the pace was really built up with all of those things that you know you need to use, okay? So put those to one side for me, but you will have those to refer to when you're writing. Okay, so just put them in just in front of you, so they're not right in front of you. That's it, Essen, well done. So just a little bit out the way. And I want you to get your whiteboard, pen and rubber ready again. Nice and quietly, well done. Thank you, Adila, that is actually perfect. Excellent, Faiza, good girl. Okay. Next thing then we're going to look at is improving, just a quick improvement task that I want us to have a go at, okay? In order to create suspense and increase the pace of the text, we must use short sentences or complex sentences packed with action. You know, where you can use a comma to separate your ideas, okay? I want you to improve this really boring sentence, okay? The boy looked at the door. Ugh. A shiver ran down his spine. Oh, how many of you have used that? Loads of you have used that. If everyone uses it, it becomes boring. I want you to have a go. First of all, think about the verbs, okay? Don't write anything yet. Are they powerful enough? Do they tell us anything about the character? Okay, can they be changed? Is there enough description of the movement or what the door is like itself? We don't know that, do we? Can an adverb be added to enhance the description? Okay. And are the language choices interesting and engaging? Well, they're not really, are they? We've all heard that before. We've all heard a shiver ran down his spine. So I want you to have a go now, just on your own, at creating a complex sentence which has got those with the better powerful verbs and all of the things that I've talked about just now, okay? Have a go now at improving that sentence. You can change a shiver ran down his spine, that's fine, okay? Just on your own, have a think about your ideas, okay? You've still got looked. Can you change that to a powerful verb? Can you change this? Looking. It's still a boring verb. No, just keep the boy. Because you're going to spend more time on thinking your name than anything else. Change looked. What word are you going to use instead of looked? Because that's glared. Glared. Glared is like angry, isn't it? Glared. Gazed. Gazed is kind of in a daydream though, isn't it? If he's scared, how do we know he's scared? What does he do?
A shiver ran down his spine.
A shiver ran down his spine. So we need to think about a look that makes him seem scared.
Pia.
Could you use an adverb perhaps? So gazed is a bit dreamy, isn't it? It's not quite the right word.
Transfixed.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well remembered. Stood transfixed. Fantastic. Okay. Gazing. Like I said, gazing isn't quite the right word, is it?
Mrs. What does
You can
gazing
change
mean?
this for a shiver. Gazing is like daydreaming.
Stared. What about
Don't
glared?
just listen to me, silly. Think of your own.
What about glared?
Glared is like angry, isn't it? Could you look in it? Perhaps if you want to use looked, you could use an adverb. If you're looking at something, you're a little bit afraid. What could you say?
Petrified. No.
Looked. You use an ly word. Anxiously, cautiously, fearfully. Yeah, any of those can be used next to looked, and that makes the verb powerful, doesn't it? Oh, this is nice. Yeah, I like the use of the dash, but you need a small a. Okay, otherwise it's a new sentence. A shiver of fear stroke him on the spine. Not quite right, is it? I know what you're trying to say. You need to think about your verb there. It's a really good try, but it doesn't sound quite right. Just one more minute.
Miss, I changed the word.
Oh, fantastic. Can you change shiver ran down his spine then?
Oh.
Do you remember in the text we had a feeling of panic? Overwhelming. Over those words. Fantastic. Good girl, Aditi. That's really nice. Not quite right, is it, gazing? 'Cause it's a little bit dreamy. Oh, fantastic. I like that standing transfixed. It's brilliant.
Staring.
Staring is kind of a little bit too confident, isn't it? Could you think of an adverb perhaps instead then? Anxiously, cautiously. Ah, brilliant. Don't need that comma now. Comma is just for a pause, yeah. Right, I want to stop you there then, please. I've seen some fantastic ideas. Right, pens down then, please. Right, hands up if you want to share back yours. I've still seen some children with pens and I've asked you to put them down. Thank you. Okay, just wait for red table. Harris. Okay. Let's have a listen then, Alicia. What does yours sound like?
Mesmerised by the rusty old handle on the door, fear crept inside the boy.
Fantastic. Can I just read it a little bit louder for everyone, yeah? So we've got, listen, this is brilliant. Think about which word here is really effective. Mesmerised by the rusty old handle on the door, fear crept inside the boy. What word there is really effective, Aisha? Mesmerised, yeah. It's almost that transfixed, isn't it? You can't just look away from it. That is brilliant. 1 merit star. Good girl. Naina, nice and loud. Let's hear yours.
The boy's dark black eyes were transfixed to the huge broken door. A wave of fear swept over him.
Fantastic. Can I just read that nice and loud for... I know, I saw that. The boy's dark black eyes were transfixed to the huge broken door. A wave of fear swept over him. What do you like there, Junaid? What do you think was effective?
But she used transfixed like no.
Yeah, do you remember transfixed from, I can't remember what it was called? Barrow Quest, yeah, something to do with Lynn, wasn't it? Fantastic, it's really good using those ideas. And I like that, a wave of fear, that's brilliant, because you can almost feel fear, can't you, like that? Aisha?
Standing transfixed in front of a vast crooked door, the boy felt a few strokes of fear.
A few strokes of fear, nice, it's a bit different, isn't it? And I like the standing transfixed, as you know. Yeah, Harris?
Scanning the blood-stained chipped wooden door, the boy's blood abandoned him and an ominous feeling surged through his veins.
Oh, that is fantastic, that bit, an ominous feeling. Not quite right, but he's got the idea. Yeah, an ominous feeling, brilliant. Tariq?
The boy's heart drowned in fear as he looked anxiously at the dusty door.
Yeah, fantastic, brilliant. Imran?
The young boy stared at the rusty door, shaking with fear and shock. His heart raced.
Oh, brilliant. His heart raced. That's good, isn't it? Okay, we'll leave it there. Hands down. Thank you. Really good. And do you know what? They were interesting and original, weren't they, Tia? They really had a nice sound to them. Okay, one just quick thing I want us to look at is the effects of different sentence length. If you have a look at the one on the right, okay, it starts off with really short sentences. If you look at the one on the left, it's much longer sentences, okay? Can you tell me what effects they have? With the short sentences, I know some of you are still reading it, but what effect does the long sentences have compared to the short sentences?
Long sentences have a bit more of a description and smaller have just small descriptions.
Yeah, not small descriptions so much. Yeah, we've got really a descriptive piece of a hobbit's hole, yeah, where he lives. But what about the one on the right? What's different there? Come on, some different hands. Adila's wide awake today. Afsana.
It's quick and snappy to read.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Awake, awake. Yeah, those are really short sentences. They're snappy and they're really quick to read. So the pace is built up. You're going to say pace, good.
And then the other one, it's got longer sentences and they put more words into it which make it complex.
Yeah, fantastic. These are complex sentences, aren't they, here? Okay, we've got a colon, we've got hyphenated words, we've got things in there that make the sentences longer. The description is nice and long to read. It's slower, isn't it? Okay. You can still use those complex sentences, and that is kind of a focus for Orange and Blue today. So, the next thing then is to get out that little small sheet, put everything else in the middle, out the way, and just get that small sheet, okay? You can leave your whiteboards, because you might want to use those. But this is your kind of imaginary SATs prompt today, okay? Because you know we're only two lessons away now from actually doing the real thing. So this is kind of a bit of practice for you. Everyone's got the same one, because obviously on the day of the SATs, you'll all have the same piece of paper, won't you? But some of you are going to have a bit more help than others, okay? So what I want to do is just read through this text with you, and your task is at the bottom of the board here. So you can either read it from the board or from your paper, I don't mind, but I really want you to listen to what is being built up here. The sky darkened as I gazed out of my window. Trees whirled and danced wildly in the furious winds. The sky illuminated with a spark of lightning, so intense the clouds seemed to adopt an iridescent glow of the strangest silver colour. Struggling under the weight of their bags, a few brave pedestrians scurried like mice for the nearest shelter. I felt protected, relieved in the warmth of my own bedroom. I touched the cold window pane. A light tap caught my attention. I inhaled sharply, my hand rising to my mouth. That was when I saw the wooden box. What does that set up for you now? What's the next part going to be?
Like where we build up more tension.
Yeah, you've really got to build up the tension, and I've left it open for you to decide what the wooden box is, what it contains, what the significance of it is, okay? So, Your task is to continue the story, explaining what happens to you, it's first person, when you discover the box. How do you react? You need to decide on the dilemma, which is the problem, in the story, but don't resolve it. So, you know when we looked at the example, and they stopped, didn't they, before they resolved the problem, before they solved it, yeah? You're going to stop before you solve it, okay? And I want you to think about what atmosphere has been built up here. What has been built up? We've got a thunderstorm outside. What kind of atmosphere is it?
It's dark and like wet and not.
Yeah, it's dark outside, it's unpleasant.
No, it's trying to build up something bad gonna happen.
Yeah, something big, something bad is going to happen, isn't it, to your character, okay? What I want you to do is this. These are your tasks, okay? Orange and blue group. Orange and blue group will write independently to complete the text, okay? I'm going to come round and sort of help both tables, one-on-one, okay? You must include a range of sentence types and proofread very carefully to ensure your complex sentences sound right. Remember I said, Mohammed, that is your focus today, is using complex sentences as well, okay? Yellow and green, you're going to write with a partner on your table, okay? And you need to share your plans and ideas initially and then collaborate with one another to produce a really action-packed, exciting piece of work. You've got two heads, so your work should be doubly exciting, yeah? Okay? Understand that? And red group, you're going to work with Miss Anila to produce a group paragraph or two, okay? And I want you to think carefully about your sentence structure, and you need to be making sure you're using ambitious vocabulary and proofreading, okay? So it's really important you're doing that. So what you need to do first off is, obviously yellow and green can discuss this with their partner, and red group can discuss with Miss Anila, but I want you to just really quickly on your whiteboards decide what's going to be in the wooden box. What's it going to do to your character, okay? So you've got about a minute or two, literally a minute or two to decide before you do any writing, okay? It's a really brief plan. Something going to appear out of the box? Is it going to cause them to do something? Half of one of your minutes is gone, so decide, quick, discuss with your partner. You two are going to be working together, okay, so discuss it together. Is it going to cause some sort of time travel, perhaps? Is there going to be a mysterious figure comes out of it? Is there going to be an object? You've got to decide. A magic book, that's fantastic. Yeah, you're working together, so decide together. Okay? What ideas have you got then, girls?
Maybe there's going to be a smell. And before he opens it, a whirlwind comes and it goes.
Oh, fantastic, yeah. Brilliant, that is fantastic, yeah. Write it down then so you've got your plan.
Turn around and you just go into another dimension.
Another dimension, a parallel world, parallel universe.
It's like a little, but I don't know how to describe the little things. You know, like Egyptians, circle and twist your hand. Take each other parallel world.
Oh, like a portal?
Yeah,
a time portal, yeah? Okay, good. So you're going to have the chance then to do a new setting, aren't you? But it'll have to be really exciting, won't it? Yeah, fantastic. Furkan, what about you? It's got a what?
Goblin.
Okay, that.
Turns out to be Lord of Thieves.
Okay, remember, try not to have too much sort of fictional characters, like, you know, fantasy characters can be quite hard to write about. So be careful. It's easy. The easiest thing really would be an object comes out, wouldn't it? And you've got to work out what the object is for.
But he doesn't know that. He doesn't know that.
Oh, okay. So when he opens it, something could happen. Ah, fantastic. Really good, Harris.
The opposition is that he opens it and there's this chip thing and then people have been looking for it for centuries and it's happened past the centuries.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. So remember, just keep it quite short. Not short, but short over a short period of time. So like a day.
In there, there's like a little stone thing, if you throw them on the floor and like but you know, like a nut.
Aisha.
You know, like a dog made out of foam. A dog made out of foam comes alive.
Oh, fantastic. Well, you really got to get those ideas together now, Hannes.
Yeah, okay. Off you go. So what about some action verbs? Would he race towards the wooden box?
Right, what I want you to do then now is take your paper, okay? And I want you to actually just start writing. So this is you two together, you two in twos, okay? And I want you guys to do independently. Off you go. You've got 5 or 6 minutes, okay? No, don't copy it. Following on from there. Right, stop, listen please. Listen. Right, get out your books or your paper and you're starting writing now. Remember in the stats, you won't actually have very long to plan. So that's the reason why I only want you to take a few minutes. Now, you need to spend about 6 minutes writing because it's only one little part of a story, okay? So off you go now. You're working collaboratively, you're working on your own, so get started, okay? Brilliant, well done. Excellent. Just leave it in there.
That's okay. Would you agree with that, Nana? That he might be nervous going to get the ball. Okay. So you want to describe him going out, don't you? So we start with an LI verb. Find them up, put these underneath.
Right, what I want you to do, children, is literally write, listen, Nana, I want you to write one sentence that would open up your build-up, okay? So I want you to think of that really fantastic sentence that would open up your build-up. And what we'll do tomorrow is we'll continue that build-up. So you've got your brilliant plan, and I want you now to write your opening sentence, okay? So it's got to be really, really fantastic, okay? So it could have a few short ideas in there as well. So off you go. Really, really fantastic ideas. Just 1 minute, okay? It's really important you get that sentence in. Okay, come on. Fantastic, Aisha, good girl. Brilliant, well done. Harris, just leave that and start writing, yeah? Good. Just start writing. I'll do it later. Brilliant, the boy crept. Excellent, well done. Some really good ideas. Don't worry about that, just get writing.
Miss, just one sentence?
Yep, just the opening sentence. It really builds it up. Come on. So don't do that now. Start writing. Yeah, leave that. Start writing. Okay, time's nearly up, so make sure that sentence is really clear, really good. Ah, brilliant. We've got an ink opener. Yeah, fantastic.
Nervous, yeah. Excellent.
Okay. About 30 more seconds. Come on, you two. What's he going to do when he sees that wooden box? How's he going to approach it? A few more seconds. Yeah. Today, yes. Come on then, get that idea down. Yeah, first few ideas. Come on. Less worrying, more writing. Fantastic. Really, really nice. Well done. Okay, right, put your pencils down then, please. Straight away, Tariq. Okay. What I want you to do is just very quickly read your sentence to your partner and just give a really quick feedback. Okay, so what was really nice in it and what would you improve? So one thing that was nice, one thing you'd improve. Okay, so read it back to your partner now, really quickly. Off you go. JD, Harris? Brilliant, well done.
That was probably why Grandma used to play.
Yeah, you're right. P-A-R-E-N-T.
Okay, read it to each other. Okay. Oh, fantastic. I like the question. Good.
I saw the lightning instead of the box. Oh, this is
Okay, right. Pencils down this way then, please. Rimsha. Adila, thank you. Excellent, well done. Okay, pencils down. Right. Can you tell me then, just really quick recap, what should a really good build-up contain? So when you come to finish it off tomorrow, what should it contain?
powerful verbs.
Powerful verbs, brilliant. Action. Good VCOP.
More description about
More description, yeah, about your character, reactions, atmosphere.
short and long sentences.
Short and long sentences, yeah. Suspense and tension.
Action and VCOP.
Yeah, fantastic.
Opening.
Yeah, really good varied openings. Okay. What I'd like you to do then is just close your books or your papers, put your pencils away, okay?
What did Miss just say?
And obviously you've got a really good start for tomorrow's lesson, okay? So today we've got the planning, we've got the ideas together, okay? You've got your opening sentence so we can draw it all together tomorrow to finish it off. Brilliant. The children's learning objective was to be able to write a piece of writing which built up action effectively using different sentence structures and building at pace. I think the children met that objective. If I could do the lesson again, however, I would allow for a little bit more time independent writing. I think it was a successful lesson. The children produced some good quality work. They were able to assess another Year 6 child's work and pick out really effective writing, so I was generally pleased. The children in our school and also in Year 6 really enjoy looking at other children's work. So I think they enjoyed looking at the Level 5 piece of work, picking out the ideas, using them themselves and being able to apply the skills that that child obviously had into their own writing. So I think the children relish looking at other children's work and being able to sort of have a sneak peek at it. I think the special needs children gained as much as the other children from the experience. Seeing as they worked in a group, I thought that was more appropriate for those children. And they also had the chance to try rather than committing every idea to paper straight away. Rimsha, the little girl with the hearing impairment, I thought got as much as the other children out of the lesson as well. With the radio mic, she's able to hear all of the classroom activities, and also with the interactive whiteboard, she's able to see as well. So she's visually catered for as well.